Prairie Oaks Metro Park today. Thanks for coming along. Prairie Oaks Metro Park is located on the west side of Franklin County and the west side of Columbus, or just west of Columbus. I'm going to start at the Amity Road location, or parking area. I'm going to ride Amity Road for a while, which is a public road, up to Beach Road. I'm going to take a look at the bridge, and then I'm going to get on the Greenways Trail within the park and ride that for a while. Thanks for coming along. So as noted, this is an access road for the park. It's off Amity Road. I believe it leads to the only parking area on the east side of the park and on the east side of the Darby Creek. The gravel on this road is smaller gravel. I would guess it's crushed limestone, but I guess I don't really know. And the depth of the gravel was pretty consistent. This is going to be an issue later on in the ride when I'm on the other side of the park. This is laying across Amity Road. I believe it belongs to the park, but they're not doing anything with it. Now I'm on Amity Road. Amity Road generally forms the eastern boundary of the park. As I ride on the video here, Prairie Oaks Metro Park is located to the left. The area is rural in nature, although there is a lot of pressure on the Darby watershed in the form of residential development heading that way. The metro parks in this area provide some buffer against that development, and I've talked about that before. Specifically, if you think about Battelle, Darby Metro Park also provides that buffer of the Big Darby Creek. The Big Darby Creek is said to be one of the most biologically diverse ecosystems in the Midwest, and it's designated both as a state and a national scenic river. I don't know what this is. I think it's a schoolhouse. Somebody will know, but it's in the rearview mirror now. If you know, comment, because I'm curious. Scenes like this farm here off to the right, are pretty typical along Amity Road. This is Beach Road. Beach Road forms the northern boundary of Prairie Oaks Metro Park. It's going to cross the Big Darby Creek. You'll see the bridge coming into view here in a second. This bridge is pretty interesting to me. I believe they replaced it about 20 years ago. They went to great lengths to build a bridge that wouldn't interfere with the watershed, with the creek down below. But they took the existing bridge, which was a metal bridge, and I believe they moved it to the Alum Creek Trail up in Westerville. And I just remember that from reading the newspaper. Next time I'm up in Westerville on the Alum Creek Trail, I'll check that out though. There were people fishing off the bridge. You saw that gentleman walking on the bridge earlier. I guess I was a kid. They were tubing. This is Beaver Lake, which is accessed off Lucas Road. When you move into Madison County, they changed the name to Lucas Road. I think this is the only place you can access Beaver Lake. And Beaver Lake, like all the lakes in Prairie Oaks, is a former gravel pit. I've walked it before, the perimeter, and I saw people fishing there today. It seems to be a very deep lake. This is the Greenway Trail within the park. I was not expecting gravel for this trail. I tried to pre-scout things, and there was no hint to me when I was looking at it that this was going to be a gravel trail, but it was. But that's fine. The gravel in this section of the park is pretty consistent. It's pretty packed. The depth is pretty consistent. It's the same type of gravel. I didn't have any trouble with it, and I could roll pretty fast on it, so no trouble here. It was a good time. Prairie Oaks Metro Park is over 2,200 acres. It has 2 non-reservable shelters, public restrooms, at least on the west side of the park, 8 hiking trails, and a bridle trail. No, that's not for newlyweds, that's for horses. The trail that I'm on here, the Darby Creek Greenway Trail, is the only trail that allows bikes. It's about 3.5 miles in length. So obviously, and it goes all the way through the park, so you can get 7 miles on that with a turnaround. Here you can see one of the other lakes coming into view. There's 3 additional lakes in addition to Beaver Lake. I believe they're just all called Darby Bend Lakes. Lots of fishing, lots of kayakers out on this particular day. And there's a unique feature coming up here in a second. There's a beach, but it's a beach for dogs. Although I didn't see any dogs laying out or swimming for that matter, but that's a dog beach. So the bridge here that I'm crossing is over Darby Creek again. It's within the park. The video here doesn't do it justice. It is very bumpy and very loud. If I were going to have any complaints about the park, it would be this bridge, and the gravel from this point forward is rather inconsistent. It's different sizes, different types of gravels, sometimes on the same climb or descent. It got kind of tricky. But overall, a great ride. You can see there's a couple climbs within the park, which was surprising to me. With the climbs come the descents, though. I seem to like the descents, but don't like the climbs. But you can do it. This would be a great place to ride. Hey everybody, that's a wrap for me. Prairie Oaks Metro Park. I would definitely recommend it. I'll probably be back. I ended up around 15 miles, but I unintentionally, actually think it was 13 miles, but I unintentionally cut my ride short. I got lost on the way back, which I tend to do. I was surprised to find on the Greenway Trail, which is the only trail where they allow bikes, it was gravel, varying degrees of gravel too, different types of gravel. So be careful out there. You would be fine on a hybrid bike for sure, mountain bike, no doubt, gravel bike, yes. Road bike with real tiny tires, you'd probably be okay, but it might be a little bit iffy in spots, maybe not the best place for you. Once again, I started on Amity Road, which runs adjacent to the park. I was on Amity Road for a couple miles. Everybody was pretty nice about it. Amity Road's not very improved. There's not much of a shoulder, but you know, I didn't have any trouble with motorists. So, like, follow, share, and I'll see you next time.